Russia has issued a chilling warning over the escalating US war against Iran. Deputy Chairman of Russia's Security Council, Dmitry Medvedev, says the conflict risks spiraling into a global catastrophe. In a sharp attack on US President Donald Trump, Medvedev warned that Washington's actions could push the world towards a third world war if the current course continues. Formally, no. But if Trump continues his insane course of criminal regime change, it will undoubtedly begin. And any event could be the trigger. Anything. Medvedev also framed the confrontation as a wider geopolitical struggle, accusing the United States and its allies of waging a war to preserve their global dominance. The former Russian president also warned that Washington's decision to strike Iran could ignite anger across the Shia world and push Tehran toward nuclear weapons development. This is a war between the US and its allies to maintain global dominance. The pigs don't want to leave the trough. Trump made a grave mistake. With his decision, he put all Americans at risk, even though the Iranian regime is unpopular in neighboring Arab countries. The main point is that the late Ayatollah was a spiritual father to nearly 300 million Shiites. And now, he's a martyr. You can imagine the rest for yourself. And now, there's no doubt that Iran will redouble its efforts to develop nuclear weapons. Medvedev then issued his most dramatic warning yet about the consequences of a nuclear confrontation between major powers. There are no magic cures for the actions of complete idiots and complete bastards, and there never will be. There's only one guarantee. The US fears Russia and knows the price of a nuclear conflict. If it breaks out, Hiroshima and Nagasaki will be like child's play in a sandbox. Despite the warnings from Moscow, President Donald Trump has defended the ongoing military campaign against Iran, saying the United States is determined to eliminate what he calls the threats posed by Tehran.
And I said that from the beginning. They're never going to have a nuclear weapon. They were on the road to getting one legitimately through a deal that was signed foolishly by our country. And finally, we're ensuring that the Iranian regime cannot continue to arm, fund, and direct terrorist armies outside of their borders. And we thought we had a deal, but then they backed out. And they came back, and we thought we had a deal, and they backed out. I said, you can't deal with these people. You got to do it the right way.
Medvedev's warning comes as the war between the United States and Iran continues to intensify across the Middle East. While Washington insists the campaign is aimed at crippling Iran's military capabilities and preventing it from acquiring nuclear weapons, Moscow is warning that further escalation could push the conflict far beyond the region. With both sides hardening their positions, fears are now growing that the crisis could spiral into a wider global confrontation.